Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing, boing. Must be a bigger screen. Can this be on a bigger screen, please? Okay, let's do this before I do my introduction. So at least you guys can see it better than I do, but window capture, add a new source, not Discord, Max. Here. So we both can all see it way better. Like you see my big, this is the image, this is how big my mouse is, huh? I'm prepared, but welcome to another 3 scary games. Starting with just the room and all you have. I will just look at my screen too mostly, so there's no need to exit. Oh, is there? You should perform a demon ritual summon. That's what it said. You turned the PC on. You don't need to rest now. The PC is on. You found an old diskette. You inserted the diskette. I don't like this already. Here's the no direction. You know. You need a specific command. But you know, to give for your perspective, I do this kind of 4 games. I never know what is expected. But this what you have to your left is like a tiny little box on my screen. So I'm looking at my recording software also. So I need a specific command. You don't need the rest now. Is that command in the... Oh, there are options for screen, but it doesn't matter. I already have this now. So I need a specific... You found a hidden note. What does the hidden note say? You entered the command. Now, compiling program. Do I need rest now? You don't need rest now. I don't like this. There's something gonna jump out of the computer, I know it. You remove the carpet. Compiling program. You got an old crayon. Let me guess. You made the symbol. Compiled and running. You offered a loft body. Oh, that scared me. I thought a demon jumped out. Ah, ready to summon a demon? You know, we all do it all these days, summoning demons, and for all you know, I'm not summon demon by myself. You never know, eh? Huh? It became a shrimp. Okay. Jesus. I was like looking. Shrimp. That's okay, you got me, game. You got me. I have nothing to add. This is like a little game. Made it 2 days. They said, for that I made it well being, but the concept I can really do, and lovely jump scare. You know, before I switch to game number 2 and give you like an example of how things really work. The most jump scares in games come at things when you don't expect it, and that is what makes it really truly what you jump scare. Like you're looking at that shrimp, and you're like, "Did I just summon a shrimp?" And also loud noise, and you're scared. And I got scared. It's a great game. Concept's really well for a short-made game, but I mean, and great jump scare. I've seen lots and lots of jump scares in all type of games. Never seen someone like this. 10 out of 10. Up to the next game. You know. You wake up. You go to sleep someday, yeah? And I don't like the fact that this game doesn't have sound. You go to sleep one day. And you know that you go to sleep. But all of a sudden you wake up in a new world. A world corrupt. In a digital world. Like I had that once when I went to sleep. But I dreamed that I was somewhere else. And I was like, why the heck did I get here? And I knew that I went to sleep by my then I lived with my parents. And I know that I went to sleep with my parents. By my parents. So I was like, how did I hear it? So I walked out. It was laid by someone in bed. Oh. Okay, that's our enemies. So I woke up in a dream, laid by someone in bed, like didn't saw a face. So I woke up and downstairs and saw someone else sitting, you know, like someone's her mother, I think her mother, but it was a female at least. So, and I was like, hi. It's like, hi. It's like, can I see where the toilet is, you know? Because then I walked outside to see how it goes, where I was. So I went to the toilet, I walked outside. Don't interrupt my story. Was this the game? But, so I woke up, so I went to the bedroom, but I went outside. The first thing to notice is the church in the town where I live now. I was like, how did I end up here? No public transport thing on pocket, no telephone, no money. I was in my sleeping pajamas, the same one I know and went to bed. And I walked to the window in the house. And I saw myself without a beard, shaved, short hair, and I was like... Because I also knew that I went to bed with like a big beard. Or like a grown adult beard, and I was like... Huh? It's almost visible confusion. But apparently later in the dream, so I went back in, my mother sit there, some with the other mother talking. And I was like, okay, you know. And then all of a sudden, I was at the store or something. Yeah, hi. Don't scare me. It was the store or something, I had to do some more test. Our username Milletberg, MS code, job prepare bugs antivirus. But, so I went outside, so I went to the store and I failed because I was completely panicked because I was somewhere I didn't know should be, you know. And then, destroy the park virus. And so there's that guy, the brother, I assume it was the brother or someone she knew, was like, you know, you don't stand a chance. I was like, huh? I was like, okay, and then saw my family walking. So, and I went like, are you the fine? Yeah, new to park virus. So I went like to, my family, but then I walked into the park. And all of a sudden, I went to the station. The station turned into like an assassination. I was like, okay, and then I woke up by my parents. I was like, yeah, goddamn. That's one dream I noted down because it felt so weird. You know, I've never been drunk before or do any drugs. You didn't do it either, but that really felt me like that. Where are the park viruses then? Hello, are you park virus? Searching for park virus. Are you park virus? Do I find park virus? But that is like a dream I had. And I was like, found it amazing. But you know, it's funny, you know that you went to bed at one place and woke up at the second place. Are you the park virus? How do I get there? So just imagine like what I just told, a dream story from this game. You go to bed, you remember going to bed by your parents, for example, and then all of a sudden you wake up in this world. I see a park virus, but can I kill park virus through the wall? How do I get the park virus? How do I get it? How do I get a park virus? Because I purely think this is park virus. I think. Like that thing. Oh. Oh. That was not the park virus. I probably offended someone's dog, you know. Oh, that are a lot of enemies. I'm dead. Error system, loading. I have to say I missed the jump scares. Oh, god dang it, everything falls here. I missed jump scares in this game. Yeah, destroy the park fire. I know that's my job. But yeah, just like imagine that. You know, you go to bed, you wake up somewhere else, you know that can happen. But with the clear knowledge that you know that you went to bed like... This is scary, right? How many are there? Clear 08 people. And what are 08 people? But just imagine that. Like going to bed, like for example at your own home bed, and then while knowing once you wake up somewhere else, that should be like, how did I end up here without any money, without any public transport? You know, we in the Netherlands have like a public transport card so that everyone can serve. Look at. Oh, I can touch them. Okay. Or get. Now this is where the park virus again. Is that the safe place I have to go? So I have public transport, but I didn't have that. I didn't have any money. Didn't have my cell phone. I didn't know if they were in the room where I slept with that mysterious woman. But so all I knew was just like a brunette. Or like brunette, dark red, something like that. Or if it was red, then it was dark red. Brunette red, you know. She had like something black on. Oh, that's all I can remember. For the rest, the blankets are on her, and I didn't pull them up because they're like, you don't know. It's like too sleepy to think about when I woke up. Steer the train moving. Get the train moving. Oh. So like I was sleeping with my parents. I was like 17 or 16, or was I 18? Something around that time, and I was like, you don't think about it, you know. But apparently, I found all about the dream. I don't found it any weird. I slept with a woman in bed. When I was 18, I never actually have a decent relationship, or a relationship to the point that I'm, sleeping with someone, at least sharing a bed. Where can I find the train? So that was like not the most weird part, but now that I think about it. Yeah, now I have Miku, but where can I start the train? Like now I have Miku, but I mean, why can't someone tell me how I get the train moving and where I can start the train moving? Like the lack of jump scares, okay, but okay. And whose house is that? Mina 1612's house. Whose house is that? Like, the bouquet indicators there are nice, but I would like an arrow on the screen. So, if people, but to get back to my story, if people tell me, have you ever been drunk, Juju, I say no. But can I imagine how it is to be drunk? Yes. Or not that part that you be like party, all that stuff, but more like the I woke up and don't know what happened last night part. Whose house do I need to clean? Housekeeping! So, that is one dream that I noted down, because, it's amazing. It's still amazing how the human brain works, apparently. Like, I'm really into psychology and teaching and all this stuff, so... Like horror games, playing horror games, making content, something I like, enjoy, but it's mostly my hobby. If you get what I mean. If I had the opportunity to make this a full job and make actually money of it, good money, then I probably still won't think I would do it. Purely because then if it's a job and that's not more your hobby, it got me through Corona time, streaming and this, but waar is mijn Mina 16102 her house? Can I get a direction? Like actually, I think combination going to my parents still, even when I was not allowed to travel by train. Going to my parents and doing this really helped me keeping socialized. What's this? Like, I think if I never would have at least go to my parents, then I wouldn't be that social as I keep my social skills intact. That I would dunk away and become lonely. Oh, your house. Bug cleaning. Random. Waka waka. Are you a newcomer? Yes. Oh. No, I think... Okay, looking at the time, I made one mistake. If you want to see what happens furthermore in Hacked World, or if you want to play me full through the game and post it to the channel, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will look into it. But enough dream storytelling and all that kind of stuff. Up to the next game. And I'll see you in game number 3. You know, just imagine going back home and you get lost, or you search for something out in the wilderness. Let me get the correction. Oh, the passage. A first-person exploration game and set in a cold forest of a post-apocalyptic world. You suddenly run out of gas in a distant area, and the only way to out is search for gas. Like you're stuck. Like I told you, you're stuck. Why is my VTuber model? There you go. Why am I frozen? It's cold here. Could have chosen warmer weather. No, you know, like when I record this, it's like type of weather, you know. The type of weather where it is too cold in the morning. Oh, somewhere in the north, your car suddenly run out of gas and the forest is not empty. Search the area and find 2 gas containers to continue your journey. But you know, this area weather is too cold in the morning to wear a summer jacket and too hot in the afternoon when I go home to wear a fan. Oh, is this frame lagging? Feel bad. This is not even that bad frame lagging. Wait. Oh, maybe the display capture was indeed lagging. Are there any penalties if I take too long? Like I was like for a year part of the scouts in the mine area when I lived with my parents. I loved going out in the to the wilderness on Friday with them, or do some crazy stuff. It was like a change of pace, you know, from your weekly routine. It was something every Friday was something fun. This is nice, but like I want to know if there's a penalty for standing out too long, and how big is my search area? Those are 2 things I'm missing. But like we did all kind of stuff, from dropping out on a point and just walking a certain distance to, you know, the greening parts. Yeah, how do you call it in English? Like that you put someone through stacks of challenges. Just let them see if they're worthy, you know, like that type of stuff. Gewoon just wilderness routes, parking, knijpen, ja, make it knots. You know, playing with fire. I think this is my car. But so I assume like that was fun to do, I mean, at least. Now I'm Friday with my parents, and afterwards, if I feel like I record the Street Direct games, it's now Saturday. Because sometimes I need to either look for new scary games, or I just have to make the other one. But I attempt, so far I did it, and this one will go up also the next Friday. So far I did it with every scary games, all 7. They will release every Friday at 7 or 9 PM my time. So CEST when you watch this. But what I miss, I like the fact that you see how many objectives there are left, but what I miss, really, is there a penalty for searching too long? And what are my health indicators in the top left? Are there oil points? Are there enemies? Like as a post-apocalyptic world. Are there humans as enemies, like? Do I have a flashlight? Well, flashlight would be nice. Added, I don't know if it had like, let me double check. Real quick something. Yeah, it did not have something of, well, I don't know if that's something of settings, but yeah, like what I miss as a user now is like, is there a penalty for searching? Or how big is the penalty? What is my indicator on the top left and how big is my search area? Like, are there invisible walls or can I run out for miles and a flashlight would have been nice, but a few points to attire. I mean, the scenery is beautiful and you already can walk so far. I mean, it's pretty well made so far. Like, this feels like playing Genshin Impact and searching for the Moonlight chest. Was a pain in the ass. Is that the building where I was just a minute ago? I think it is. Like, maybe, now that I think about it, maybe also a clue where to look. Like, do I have to look for buildings? Do I have to look for outside in the grass? Because I can now aimlessly wander around for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes and still make no any progress. And how do I know that I found one? I probably will see when I found one, but... But yeah, like with the dream thing I talked about in the last game, I had like also in that period because I had some trouble with some feelings for someone. I noticed a lot of my dreams down because I felt like my conscience of my conscience, which I don't know about, is still, you know, trying to make connections to her. So maybe if I note down every dream, I can find, you know, an connection. Didn't help, only make things worse. I also got the weapon for a hideout. Will meet you as soon as possible when I get back, Dave. The vents engines at the warehouse broke and want to find a mechanic. So that's also the reason I noted it down, because I felt like I was connected to her, but eventually I think it didn't, and I started to feel like those dreams may more point at the future. Since I live now in the city, I live in the same sort of bed, or sleep in the same sort of bed, live on my own. You know, there's a door to this place. Oh, I think someone is dead. I might decide to love them, but gone now. I should go back to the good days, food and water storage. No jerry cans? Like, I wonder if someone is near. Did just people die or did it left? But so I have so much dreams that like in detail in them, because if I had like a dream of that, I noticed immediately down the moment I woke up. So that since I know the best, the dream went most and the best then, and at a point like if you like a year later or a few months later, gave it to my Shoko or my care coordinator. Ja, we call het zorgcoördinator. And now you're a coach at school, and she was like amazed in how much detail I wrote those dreams down. And she was like, GG, I'm amazed. Don't look for Dave, he will be back in a few days, Alex. I'm sorry, Maya, but I'm going to show the stranger the weapons back at the tower. We need help to fight the ghouls, Alex. So I was like, I still have that document. And I still believe that they are now more likely to point at the future than thing, but that is what I think of my brain. Oh, increase speed. Oh. It's a speed increase. Ooh! Gas containers use only in emergency, thanks. So I have one gas container now. You know, that is what I believe. If you have a dream, like if you want to there's also a part that in one of those dreams, that's a funny story also, by the way. In one of the dreams I was like at the football field and it's just watching the football game, you know. And all of a sudden I saw her walk by, but she walked in the building and said nothing. Then I suddenly was with my parents and he was cooking something weird and was like, in the dream I was like, I'm dreaming, right? And that was the moment I realized I woke up. If I knew I was dreaming and didn't woke up, I could have lucid dreamed. So noting dreams down also really helps if you want to lucid dreaming. Because then if you like know that you're, for example, if every time you dream you come in a forest, for example. It's just those little bridges that you build. So I find that funny that I'm almost lucid dreamed. It's like really hard because you have to know when you're dreaming. You have to keep yourself intact, because if you like realize you're dreaming, your brain wakes up because of the shock. So is that same house again when I just walked to? So that was amazing, but like I have so many stories of those dreams that I'm like, that I'm like real amazed at how much detail. If I read them back now, I'm also amazed at how much detail I note them down. It's like an event that happened and you've been there, you know, you witness it. You know, reading the book and you feel like sometimes you are there, you know, standing next to the person that's written about, something like that. But did it ever end those dreams? Yeah. And originally I thought it was pointed to the future. Because I left, for example, that dream that I told you about, that I woke up by someone, slept with someone. That's possible something that can happen now, you know. But for example, at a point I was like at a student ambassador at my MBO school, MBO school. And someone's like, dreaming is something you really, really want. Or a portion of what you really, really want, most likely. Your brain would keep remembering. And it's like, that all makes sense now. Because you really, really wanted to be, that it was over, be friends with her, you know. Sometimes a relationship into, of course, because that happens when you have feelings. But at the other point, it was mostly also at my school where I was studying those dreams, because I always liked, when I become a teacher later, I want to work at the school I got teached at. Oh, that body. No gas container. That body. Oh. So then it makes most made sense, most. But for example, the dream, which I described in like Hacked Worlds, that part of the game, is something that always bothered me. Like the rest I get, but like waking up by someone you don't know, you know. The funny thing is, I live in the same city, live in my own room basically. So have the same sort of bed, have the same sort of layout of house now. And now the more I think about it, the more it comes back, but... Dude, just followed the tower home. So... You know, dreaming is always something that inspired me, and... Yeah, I'm a people's person. Like I said, I'm really interested in psychology. That would have been my second study choice. Instead of teaching. For psychology. Like, how far can I go? And I noticed that the game on some places lags. Is that house again? Oh, there's a rock. Do you see that in the distance? There is someone walking there. Let's follow him. Is he killing people? Oh, did I trigger him in? So there are enemies. So that are health bars. Is that an enemy? Oh, it's just standing still. How far into the forest am I? I can also add the shrimp jumpscare, that was amazing in the first game. So I have an enemy now lurking around the forest. Well, probably he killed those persons, probably. So if you wanna ever talk about something or wanna have a listening ear, just join my Discord, send me a DM. If I'm not responding immediately, I'll probably be busy with either school or internship. But if I have time, I'll always be glad to listen, because I know how much that helps from my own perspective. And yeah, I'm interested. I will probably be very open and very listening. Try to listen and not say much, or you know, don't be that helpful maybe. But if you need just someone to talk to, you can always be for me. I will always talk to you. Hatsun Juju, at your service, listening ear. But I don't want to know if he moves, if there are more of those, or does he move around the whole map, you know? Or part of the map. I have no clue where he is. He's there. Is this map smaller than I think? Again, that house. That goddamn house. still go up the hills. Ah. I thought the hills are the, you know, the boundary of the world. Is that a different house? I think that's a different house. It's a different house. Mark, I will miss you. You were sleeping, so left this message. It was when the Alex had to help him with the stranger. Don't go outside. It's dangerous leaving the key warehouse. Warehouse key. Can I take this now? Een jerrycan hier. The warehouse key. Was there a warehouse key or something? So the stranger is the enemy. As long as he's out of his sight, then I should be fine. But question is, what is his sight? And where does he walk? It looks like a different house. I probably have to find the warehouse because that would be the second jerrycan, otherwise I don't have to pick up the key. Nothing. What is right here? Is that where the monster, where the stranger is? Hey, look, another room. Ah, this is here really bad optimized. Ten years ago, met scientists. What are they hiding now? From fun experience, why? Return to the car. Question is, where is the car? Is that my car? There's a rock. Look who's walking there, it's the stranger. Oh, look at this, there's a little village up here, then I should be going this way. If I remember correct. And I should find the car up ahead, right? I always found that goddamn thing always. Where is he walking? Is he walking around the forest? There's always the games when you have to find something, you can find it, but when you don't have to find it, it's everywhere. Or in this case you find it with ease. Yeah, that should be the road, right? Where the heck is the road again? Oh, there's my car. Looking over there. This is the end. Thank you for playing the puzzle. Special thanks to supporting made by Captain Insurance. I have to say, a good game. But I have a few things to say. First of all, okay, there are enemies. Great. How do they work? A little bit of tutorial, you know, like how big is my boundary of searching? What should I be paying attention to? Maybe a flashlight of darker buildings so that people can really know that there is not a jerrycan in there. So, first of all, a little bit of help. Like, how big is the search area, flashlights, you know? That's time step. And how do you sure the jerrycan? Okay, that became clear to me in the end. And then about the enemy stuff. Are the enemies was my first question. Okay, there are. Tell them how they work. Yeah, the type of horror game is facing the unknown. I assume there are enemies for the same case. They can be difficult non-heroes. And third of all, UI bit. Like I had no clue what those 3 red bars at the top were. I assume they are health points, and that you get 3 times hit by the enemy. I assume, but making assumptions is a really great risiko. So, but if you think you can do it quicker than in my time, game is in the description down below. So, but that's not all I have to do. Great games, great concepts, good work, great. That's the way you build on further. Above me, if you to me that should be a video recommended from my channel to you based on what you watch. So it is random for each person. I can predict it. What I can predict is to the left of that is the 3 Scary gameplay list. If you have not seen any other, I highly recommend watching. They are very fun. It's very fun, not always horror type. Experimental, funny, weird games. So I highly recommend them to watch. If you just want to see me talk about what I do more on this channel below, that is the Let's Play playlist. The Let's Play is all of the games I've done in this channel recording with conception of the Project Diva streams, games. They are a separate entity on my channel. So they will be all over the channel without their separate playlists and all of that. If you want to see that or just dig in my channel, to the left should be the playlist button. Should be. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like. I stream every Wednesday and Saturday from 7 p.m. CET or CEST. Depends when you watch this. And I have a Discord down below if you want to talk to me. That's the best place to do. I will not always respond to internship at school, but I will catch you all later. Bye bye.